think they know you, till one day they show you. So no matter what they say, I go hard.
Buzz Go Hard here. I thought I'd give my perspective on the huge argument about the Xbox One and give you my perspective on the whole thing, and touch on a few points that I find are important and need to be heard. So the Xbox One has come under a lot of scrutiny, and a lot of the policies that they've issued, like always having a Connect on, always having to be connected to Xbox Live, no game sharing, no reverse compatibility, and a lot of us were wondering if Xbox was even listening, or Microsoft was even listening. Turns out they have responded to a lot of the criticism that they've been facing, and we're going to talk about some of the policies that they've backed out on, and what that means to us gamers and our culture. To talk a little bit more about the Xbox One, it's an 8-core processor. The graphics are made by AMD, and it is 8 gigabits of RAM, so there's a lot of power behind this machine. You'll see it in the size. Also, similar to the PS3, it's going to have Blu-ray compatibility, which is great for a lot of us, since myself, I've never seen a Blu-ray movie, so that'll be cool. Also, 500 gigs of a hard drive, more than a lot of us will ever use, but again, it's a powerful machine. The PS4 is more powerful, but why? The PS3 is more powerful than the Xbox 360, so why did we choose the Xbox 360? I think it's a cultural thing. A lot of us have played Xbox for a long time, and we know no other gaming system. That's why I'm surprised by all the controversy and all the uproar that I've been hearing over on the internet. The operating systems behind it, it's basically a one-and-all entertainment system. You know, you can watch live TV, stream your videos, play video games, and all that, which is cool for some people, and others think that's unnecessary. But again, this is, you know, the 21st century, and technology is only going to advance more. And another argument that I believe, or people are resistant to change. We've known the Xbox 360 for a long time, and what it does, and that's what we're accustomed to. So, you know, reverting from that, it's going to be difficult for a lot of people. So talk about some of the policies that they've went back on. You no longer have to be on the internet to play your games, which for games such as BioShock Infinite, you know, there's no really need to be on the internet. You can play it in peace. You don't have to, you know, be spammed with messages or invites from your friends, which is nice, and it gives those people who don't have internet the capability of playing the Xbox One. So it's not secluding, I guess, what you would call the lower class, in the sense not being able to have a strong bandwidth or internet connection. Also, they've done away with not being able to handle or trade in your games, which would have done away with a lot of smaller video game outlets, small business basically, and they've gone back to, you know, you're able to lend, resell, and gift your games, and also for those who have, what is that rental system, GameFly, so you're able to do GameFly with the Xbox One, which is good. The policies that were in line were a little constrictive and a little bit too, I guess, radical for the modern day gamer. One policy that they haven't gone back on is having your Connect on all the time. There's ways around this. You can put a black, if you're scared that you're gonna be looked at all the time. You just put a piece of tape or, you know, some paper over it, and you're fine. It will still be able to listen to you, and again, that's something that a lot of people are worried about. You know, maybe it'll come up with some sort of singularity and take over your whole entertainment system, not allowing you to do a bunch of things. But, you know, these are conspiracy theories, and, you know, I'm a theorist myself, and they do have a little bit of merit, but, you know, we gotta have some faith in the maker and the user, and say that that's not gonna happen. You will still have to download the games, like they were saying, but still, I think the policies that they have gone back on are actually that shows that they're listening and that they do have the gamer's opinion in mind. The Kinect it's mandatory to buy with it, so it's gonna cost a little bit more. Right now, it's $150 to pre-order and then $500 to buy. That's a lot of money, and it's gonna be out of the price range for a lot of people. But the ultimate question, and also talk about Xbox Live. There's going to be a ton of servers, almost hundreds of thousands of servers. So hopefully, like Black Ops 2, a lot of lag, bad servers. Hopefully, they'll be able to re-engineer and tweak the problems that they have quickly. Also, there's rumor of unlimited friend space, which is good. I mean, I don't have more than 100 friends, but again, there's a lot of popular people out there, and for a lot of gaming communities, it would be nice to have as many people on your friends list as possible. Also, recording. You can record people who aren't able to get HD PVRs. You can upload and record and edit your footage, which is really cool as well. The big question is, am I going to buy the Xbox One? I've heard of a lot of opinions and did a lot of research, and a time there I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna go PS4. But after these changes and actually thinking about it, I'll probably get the Xbox One, but later on down the road. I'm not gonna be the first person to have it, or buy it the day of. I'm gonna let the quirks and everything else, work themselves out and get the reviews from those who have the means to shovel out the money and hear them out and see what's really like. I really think that people will start to come around to the Xbox One. I mean, we all want the most modern gaming system there is. It's always been that way. All of the consoles don't become obsolete, but to stay current and to stay on top of things such as YouTube and these type of outlets, you're going to have to convert over to the Xbox One or PS4 to stay relevant. And that's what a lot of people haven't realized. If you want to stay relevant, you have to stay current. And that's what it comes down to. Will all my buddies who don't have that type of liquidity, will I lose them as friends or not play with them? No, I'll still have my Xbox 360. Unfortunately, the Xbox One isn't reverse compatible, which again brings up that Dark Age issue. But again, to stay relevant and to stay current and to keep this YouTube channel alive, I will buy the Xbox One. However, I plan on getting Ghost for Xbox 360 and posting footage of Ghosts on Xbox 360 before the Xbox One. I want to ensure that this channel stays relevant, not only for myself, but the guys who I represent. A lot of them will still be posting 360 footage, and I'll go back onto my 360 and get that footage and post it on this YouTube page. I only benefit from somebody, and maybe even a group of us, transferring over to Xbox One. We'll gain subscribers, and they'll see both sides of this culture that we've created. And that's what it's all about, is maintaining the culture that Xbox and gaming has created. Hopefully this gives you a little bit of insight into my perspective, and just like everything else, you got to formulate your own argument and follow your gut. So this is Buzz, signing out, and do me a favor and comment on this, regardless if it's hate. I want to hear you guys' opinions on whether you'll be buying the Xbox 360, Xbox One, or you'll be remaining on the Xbox 360. That's all I got. So Buzz out.
They think they know you, till one day they show you. So no matter what they say, I go hard.